I made a grave mistake.
Oh.
The kind that cannot be fixed.
Straight in.
It all began with a war between two mighty deities. A conflict with dire consequences. The fighting rent the very fabric of our world. As the crack deepened, it spread like the grasping roots of a tree.
The narrator. Is that
And through that fissure, something terrible escaped. Something unnatural.
I can't remember her name. That woman. She plays. She's in The Expanse. I mean, she's Iranian or something. About
the destruction
my age.
affected countless realms. Many beyond our knowledge.
I think she was in The Expanse. It was like the Chancellor or something of the Earth.
But
The
then,
Expanse.
when all seemed lost, the deity created a holy sign. A way to seal the crack and stop the blight. And for many years there was peace. But even an instrument of order can be dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands. I was tasked with giving the sign to the just ruler. But I chose the wrong king, and eventually the repercussions of my failure came to bear.
Yes, I think that's the one.
The seal broke. The blight spread throughout Persia. For my failure, I was cast out of the realm of the gods.
She's got a very distinctive voice.
Imprisoned within the realm of shattered memories and forgotten souls. Redemption eluded my grasp. I was weak, consumed by pity, and resigned to my deserved fate. But then, something unexpected happened. A human found me. He too was broken and took pity on a fellow tormented soul. And deep within those strange eyes, I glimpsed something I had lost. Hope.
If it's a human freeing her and he's got glowing red eyes, then I'd say there's something quite not quite right with him. Yeah, it reminds, the voice totally reminds me of her. Elsewin for sure. I mean, yeah, this is a game called The Tale of Bistun from a Black Cube Games, which are a studio based in the Netherlands. I believe the story, I mean, the narrative of the story, I think it's kind of inspired by some like 12th century poem. I think some 12th century, I think it's a Persian poem. I think the Steam page says a 12th century Persian poem, and published by Imagine Pro, who sent me a key. So thanks to those guys for hooking us up so we can check it out. But I have to try to, if we actually get it finished, I have to try to watch the credits for that name. I'm pretty sure. Right. Subtitles, yep. Yep. We got controls, yep. Ooh. Mouse. So we got abilities, we got attacks. So nice and simple, right? WSAD, E to move, E for drag, attack stuff. Oh look, we can find out here. I mean, we're looking. We might be doing the credits before we even look at the game is probably cheating. Oh yeah, so it was her, yeah. So, and Mass Effect 2. And as I said, her voice is very distinctive, so you cannot. It's quite Expanse is what I remember her from. Obviously watched recently, but Mass Effect 2. I didn't realize she was in Mass Effect 2. Okay. I didn't realize she was had a part in Mass Effect 2. wonder what character that was. Oh, Purdy. Before we are forgotten, we will be turned into Keech. Keech is the stopover between being and oblivion. Oh.
Slowly, like the morning sun clambering over the horizon, consciousness came. He opened his eyes.
Find a way off the mountain. Yeah, so this is good. I think this is definitely like a more narrative focus than the games we've been playing the last couple of days.
He thought, to wake to nature's song. But something was not right. The song was out of tune.
I got flop eyes. He got about 2 feathers in his hat, in his hair.
As he navigated the narrow paths, he breathed in the fresh mountain air. It focused his mind. Questions bobbed to the surface, like apples in water. How did I come to be here? He asked himself. No, that's not the right question. Nor is where I'm going. A single terrible realization crystallized in his fogged mind. I don't know who I am. Many stories have been told about poor souls who have forgotten the paths they have trodden. But there is more to this tale. That I promise.
I don't know. On top of a mountain. Oh. Let's go.
The soft glow of the man's lantern fell on an exotic bird, a hoopoe. The recognition heartened him. Perhaps the bird would lead to further revelations. He followed the hoopoe on instinct. Its beautiful trail fanned the flame of hope.
They look like frog people, right? I mean, they might not be, but they look like frog people. Follow the bird.
He spotted something glinting among the rocks. Something that called to him.
An axe. Alright, we got a weapon now. The story begins.
All he did was pull that hatchet out of the stone. A simple act with a remarkable outcome. The Revelations realm. There was no way back. Whatever this mysterious place was, he had to push on. The weight of the hatchets in his hands brought some comfort as he journeyed deeper.
got like a, was that like a potion or something on his belt as well now?
Help me! Who's there? The man called, his voice muffled by the thick, static air. Please, help! Where are you? No answer came. He then felt despair, the kind that only the truly alone know. But he was mistaken. There was another in this ethereal place. The tree was alive, but bound tight by otherworldly rocks and glowing tentacles. The blades of the man's hatchets were sharp.
I guess we're following around to... We're free the tree!
The man didn't know if the creature were friend or foe, but he felt its pain and fear. It mirrored his own. Was freeing the creature wise? The man did not know, but empathy overrode his rational misgivings.
Oh, one more. Are we like releasing a boss for a big boss fight or something? Wait, you said tree dude?
The tree creature freed. The man approached.
I guess he brought us back. Yeah.
What happened? The man cried. Where have you taken me?
Calm yourself, human. Did you not want to leave that alien realm?
The tree leaned closer and introduced himself as All Seeds, a pomegranate tree.
I don't know who I am.
The man said. All Seeds pondered.
Others like me have been afflicted by a sickness. Help them, and I will return the favor.
All Seeds told the man to look for talisman stones, strange rocks protruding from the ground. Destroying the talisman stones would free his kind. Then, the mighty tree extended a great branch outwards, pointing east.
Unearth the Canot Gate to find the path forward, to find yourself. If you help my kind,
All Seeds rumbled.
I will return the good deed.
Okay. Free the trees. We're still following the bird. Oh, we're using it to climb, right? Oh no, we're bashing a door. I thought we were using it to climb, but no, there's a door there. Lucky we got this magic bird that's telling us, you know, showing us
The
all the
man
secrets.
could roll under low objects with ease. As he ran, the man mulled All Seeds' words. How
Got a health
would
bar now.
rescuing the tree's kin help me recover my memory? He wondered.
Well, his parts to break, right? Okay, back to orders. With travel broadens in mind, I should be wise. Beyond compare, I've traversed mountains, braved jungles, and trudged through deserts, but all journeys must come to an end. Perhaps Mount Bistun will be the place I settle, where I build my abode. Is it suitable? After all, wisdom is known. How little we know.
It appeared to be a diary entry, engraved into the stone. But to whom it belonged was a mystery.
Kind of thinking, I wonder if the sparklies for the bird was a sign of somewhere you can break. But no, it didn't seem like.
As he trod the winding path, the man thought about everything that had befallen him. He worried about the nature of the sickness that all seeds had spoken of. How extensive was it? And how would it manifest itself? Little did he know that the answer to the latter question would begin to reveal itself a few steps further.
Oh. Yeah, I think we're gonna get some you're invisible for damage when you roll. Okay, so it's like that invisibility, right? Or invincibility, I should say. Each diamond represents one of the trees freed from the sickness.
This must be one of all seeds' trees, the man thought, breathing hard after his encounter. The tree had unfurled its vibrant leaves, embracing all but forgotten sunshine. What were those nasty little creatures? The man thought. Are they tainted by this sickness, or harbingers of it?
I am Goat. He's gone that way, but I want to look the other way. Right. We gotta look up. Gotta look. Oh, there's nothing. Damn it. You gotta, like, look other directions, right? You got it. Wow, there's a lot of them. Alright, so we got two of those now. All the trapped trees are rescued in the area. Explore more to find hidden items and find a new quest, a new Gannett Gate to return. Okay,
As
so
the second
we
of
do
all
have one more
seeds' kin was released,
collectible to find here.
night cast its veil over the land.
Maybe it's over here.
The inevitability of dusk, the serene quiet of it, brought the man a sense of peace.
Is it? So we've had it. It seems I chose poorly. Mount Bistun appeared welcoming, but I have discovered strange hostile creatures living here. They are small and easily dispatched, but there is a chilling hunger in their eyes, a sort of greed that can never be satisfied.
Whoever engraved this may know more about those creatures, he thought.
Yeah, we know if there's a bit of wall we can bash, right?
Allseeds was right. There is a sickness
Right,
afflicting
we gotta get that now.
nature.
Look.
The talisman
it shows you the
stones
bits you can
must
bash, right?
be at
Which
the
is
heart of it.
good.
But where did they come from? Were those swarming creatures defending them? So many questions, so few answers. And still, he didn't know who he was.
I'm Spartacus. I wonder if there's like areas like that you can bash that are not highlighted. The stuff with the story is probably highlighted marked so you can't miss it, right?
Allseeds was asleep. A huge
Alright, so those are things we found.
pomegranate hung from a branch.
Is he going to regret that?
Farhad! Farhad! The mountain, Farhad. You must dig. I need you here.
Maybe. I mean, we do have skills to get because we got a skill button, right? And when Yakar is beating, it's time to dig into the mountain.
Farhad? My name is Farhad. But who was that pained woman? And why did she ask what she did?
What? I remember that. My name is Farhad. Okay. Such solace in something so simple as a name, but still, that is all I recall. It was that woman. Why does she want me to dig into the mountainside? Maybe because she's in there?
Ah, does she want amethystine stones? Farhad wondered.
We're gonna get a skill? We're going back to the special place, yeah. special.
Farhad found himself in the celestial revelations realm once more. The desperate whisper echoed through the strange starscape, calling, beckoning. Farhad! Farhad!
This place is a bit bigger than the last one.
Farhad could hear years of agony in those few words. Help me, Farhad, please.
Some more this way. Bird, can we throw you, bird? Bird, can we throw you? I don't think we can throw the bird. You just gotta hit this in the right place or something? There we go. And I hit it. When I hit it from the right side, it didn't do nothing. I hit it from the left side. It did.
Show yourself, Farhad called into the twinkling black.
Where are you?
But if he was heard, the whisper didn't say.
Oh. That's a statue of him and the woman. There's our head. On the way to the milk pond? Wait, a milk pond?
What do these statues mean? He wondered. One was of the mysterious woman in his hazy memory. She who pleaded with him to come to her. The other, no doubt, was Farhad himself. Was she the key to his past and his future?
Ooh. You guys swimming? No. Oh, am I going to the one here? No. Oh, there's a path directly behind him.
As the statue
Go.
brought down its hatchet, the white liquid flowed.
But we can't dodge on this level. So you can't dodge like below it. It's the milk for the milk pot.
Farhad could only hope that soon his thirst for answers would be quenched.
What the fuck is that? Well, I don't think that was
Din of the
intended.
fallen bell shocked Farhad. but the guttural roar of some unseen creature terrified him far more. Something sinister was watching, waiting. But Farhad seemed to have one ally. Although Alseid's motivations were shrouded in mystery, he had come once again.
Okay. Alseid.
What do you know of that place? Farhad asked Alseid's. A shiver passed through the tree's branches.
It is the realm of lost memories and forgotten souls.
When I bit the pomegranate, Farhad said, I had a vision. I was engraving, sculpting. Is that what I do? Am I a sculptor? Alseid's pondered.
I cannot say, but memories can be hewn from stone. Consider that. More of my kind are trapped. If you can help them, perhaps I can provide answers.
Farhad turned to leave, but Alseid's held out a gnarled palm.
Be warned, though, human.
The great tree said.
A fearsome monster, a Div, lurks in the Revelations realm. Bistun is its name. After the mountain on which you now stand. Keep away from it if you wish to live long enough to uncover the truth.
Ooh. The monster.
Farhad asked Alseid's how it became trapped in the Revelations realm.
I was looking for the source of the sickness,
the tree said with a sigh.
I grew weary and planted my roots to rest. When I woke, the talisman stones surrounded me.
Imagine, I mean, if you were a tree, right? You got all those branches are like your hair. It's got to be heavy, right? Alright, so there's the tree on the right getting entangled. Got her in the middle. Is that him on the left being tangled up by some tentacles?
Farhad stood back and admired the engraving.
Reached a misty pond. Luckily we got this magic bird giving us an idea where we're heading. Okay. Can we go back in here? Bird? And we came out of this door, didn't we?
Despite Alseid's warning, Farhad felt the seed of hope taking root in his breast. Although the path behind and before him was shrouded in darkness, now there was light enough to see his feet. Alseid's had proven that it could help Farhad regain his memories. And although he didn't yet have all the answers, he had purpose. And what is anyone without purpose?
Right, we got free this time. Right, got free. The diamonds. Free the tree! We haven't got a skill yet. pots. We see pots. The gulches are everywhere, and a number are growing, that I'm sure. I need to defend myself. First, I need to build an anvil, and then I will smith a weapon.
An anvil? Farhad's smithing skills were no match for his sculpting prowess, but he was confident he could improve his hatchets.
Oh. Upgrade. Find a way to upgrade your weapon. We got a hatchet, we're gonna chop down some trees.
Farhad's thoughts never wandered far from the lady in his memories, but her face eluded his grasp.
Snakes!
Has such deranged laughter ever heralded
Right, you're invincible to all damage while you are rolling. Okay.
anything good?
We got blind stuff. Come here, little fucker. Okay, it's two flying burbs. The flying burbs are a bit more of a pain in the butt.
A sculpture caught Farhad's attention. Amethystine stones protruded from its broken form.
I guess that's like mud. Look at us walking. Oh, look up there. Maybe it doesn't like the mud. Oh, your active ability for the weapon has been activated. You can now push right button. Your weapon is highlighted when your active ability is available. Alright. I want to go up there, right? That's the active ability, alright. There's pots up there. You know, up there where those pots are, there's going to be a thingy. I go this way, around the top. It's going to be a note. Tablet. Use a special on it. Ready? I am. There's nothing natural about the creatures that plague this place, particularly the flying, cackling ones. I have named them Paris. Raparis. Yesterday, I touched one of the purple stones. My hand went numb, heavy, and throbbed for hours. I must be more careful.
Farhad realized that being light on his feet was the key to evading the Perry's projectiles. But what new horrors awaited him? Farhad felt a new affinity with his hatchets, as though they were a part of him.
Like maybe like 10 seconds or so cooldown on that. 10, maybe 12 seconds. active ability is unique. Alpha attack by using it, you can get wherever it's cooldown. Right. Yeah, we wrecked the flying things. I mean, you wait for the cooldown to come back, then when the flying things come, you can just wreck it.
Once again, night fell as the last tree was cured of the blight.
Oh, early.
It was time to return to Allseeds.
But we've only got 2 of the 3 things. It shows no parts to break in this bit. It's probably got to be a bit further on. We haven't seen any more parts in this area. Because the other collectibles we've had so far have all been in parts, right? Look at the parts. Last one we got. Oh. Oh, I'm not sure. Looking at it. Hands, I guess? Is that supposed to be something like demon's hands, maybe?
Deep down, Farhad knew who that huge hand belonged to.
What's that?
Bistun, the ancient Div, had its grip on the world.
Oh, another one. Oh, he ate it again. No, after he ate the first one, he went into this weird realm where he almost died. Eagerly jumping in and getting another one, right? Won't be that eagerly, but... What did it has to melt? Some barbars. Maybe he was a shepherd. That's the milk.
Farhad's heart felt ready to burst out of his chest. Shireen, the name of the woman he loved.
My princess, my love, where are you? Are you in pain? Your voice will be my guide. I will find you. Even this mountain dare not stand in my way. That's right. We got big axes. Ah, so it's the hands. You're holding her. It's him kind of making the plaques. Back to La La Land we go.
Silence hung thick in the ethereal air, as if God himself were holding his breath.
Our ability doesn't work here. I can't right-click my ability.
But God had forsaken this place, and a demonic creature made it its home.
The burb is trapped. The burb got trapped.
Something, perhaps the ominous roar, had activated the talisman stones. The hoopoe, Farhad's thankless guide, was trapped.
Is this where we start walking in circles because we don't have a guide?
Farhad couldn't help but dwell on Allseed's dire warning.
Beware the Div, Bistun, if you value your life.
The poor bird was in grave danger.
The background, like the Starfield background, looks really cool. I wonder how big that image is.
Farhad found his attention drawn to the floating island pierced by menacing light. He could remember nothing about it, but somehow it seemed familiar.
We let a burb out.
Farhad freed the hoopoe, but flap as it might, it struggled to fly. He tried to cradle the bird in his hands, but it evaded his gentle grasp. Perhaps Allseed's embrace would cure the bird of its injuries. If only it could do the same for Farhad.
Back we go. Hopefully he fixes the bird because the bird is our guide. We need the bird, don't we?
You should not return to that cursed place.
Allseeds rumbled. Farhad shook his head. I must have answers, he said. I have to find Shireen. Allseeds sighed. a sound like the wind rustling through leaves. Farhad asked All Seeds about the giant floating island in the Revelations realm.
Put the fortress of oblivion from
Oh.
mind.
All Seeds said.
You will never reach it with that weapon.
Fortress of Oblivion.
I'm so sorry, Shireen, Farhad muttered under his breath. It pained him that he could ever have forgotten his love. What has done this to me, he thought. 1,000 thoughts and fears vied for supremacy in Farhad's head. But all coalesced into a single burning goal. He had to find Shireen.
Alright. Let's go.
Thankfully, it seemed All Seeds had healed the Hoopoe's wounds. The little bird darted from one perch to another with a grace that brought a smile to Farhad's lips. But it was the lukewarm smile of a troubled man. He couldn't stop thinking about the floating island
Oh, man-made
skewed
structures.
by light in the Revelations realm.
Man-made platforms. I discovered that the talisman stones mostly appear around particular trees. Why, I do not know. I feel compelled to protect nature. The plague cannot be allowed to spread beyond the mountain. I have heard of an ancient temple nearby that may hold a
The
solution.
mention of an ancient temple piqued Farhad's curiosity.
Temple. Just at the top there. Oh, we could. Or
A reassuring warmth flooded through Farhad's body at the memory of Shireen's delicate face.
damn it, there was something up there. We can't get back up there, but there was something up there, damn it. Maybe we come back up there again. Looks like a shard that was up there. One of these like things you could right, it was the icon what was up there. Oh no, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the one down below. It looked like it was up there. Phew. Thank God. We didn't miss it. I like that. Come back down. Quick, smart. Kevin, go! Go. Make sure there's nowhere we can... Looking for the flat type edges that you could carve into. Nope.
Another of those cursed arenas. Just how far had the blight spread? Farhad's resolve hardened. If he didn't act, there may be no world left to recall.
Don't look down, mate.
As he carved, Farhad's memories of Shireen grew stronger. He cherished each as the bee treasures nectar, and vowed to never forget her again.
The cola. Oh, can't get to it. I gotta make it some din-dins. Whoa. Alright, those things, the special only took half the health. Come on, special. Well, these surfaces here look like they could be perfectly good to carve on, but no. Gotta make sure there's like 3 carving spots.
The enemies are growing in might and stature, Farhad realized. The blight must be worsening. His train of thought was interrupted. A sweet scent found its way to him on the gentle breeze. It seemed to be coming from the temple ruins.
Pots! This cursed place will be the death of me. Yesterday, one of the demonic hairy creatures, I have dubbed them, struck me in the chest with its stick. I guess it's the big one. It was agony. It felt as if my heart was trying to leap out of my chest. Bleeding profusely, I came across a temple abandoned. I slumped to the ground, dejected and prepared to meet God. But when I touched the large stone's ring on the statue, it shone. Before the darkness closed in, I guess, well, hope I awoke. My wound still throbs, but somehow it has
Does
stopped
the
bleeding.
large stone ring the author described hold some power? Farhad wondered.
Oh, look. Got a pickaxe. We got a new weapon.
The pickaxe's handle was carved from the fragrant branch of a pomegranate tree. Have I used this before? Farhad wondered. The feel of the pickaxe in his strong hand suggested the answer.
I mean, it seems like it, doesn't it? Well, we got a special on this one. Yet. Maybe we'll later. That way is the way we came up. Right, yeah, that one we came up. Why do you get the option to switch between the weapon? I like the special on the old one. Maybe we're obviously gonna get a special for this one, I guess, right? Oh, there we go, is the hammer. Hammer dude. Give us a new special. Active ability. Okay. What does it do? What's around? Okay. That's like a big AoE circle. You want to get surrounded by them, and then boom. We gotta get surrounded by them pretty quick though. Look how many of them are. Each of these like tall things is a bad guy, right? That hurt, right? You want to get lots of them, right? I'll wait for the cooldown. I don't even have to worry about it, do I? We'll save the cooldown for Come on. I can't move. I was stuck on the edge. I was stuck on a rock. Is this one actually doing some AoE? I can't quite tell. Let's get these couple out as well. Let me get them all at once, right? Ready? Let's go! Ah! 5 over there. We'll wait for the cooldown. He says. Yeah, this is AoE. I see parts. What part? I guess some of these areas you probably got to maybe you end up having to backtrack towards the end to kind of get back to some of these areas, right? Once this purple stuff disappears, we can go back there.
Farhad sucked in deep breaths to recover his energy.
You couldn't actually break it with a thing, could you?
Despite his exertions, he realized
Yeah, you gotta kind of like revert back, I guess, when you get to the end of the level to get the rest of the collectibles. But once you finish the level, we had all the, you know, all the purple stuff disappeared, right? Then you can go back through it and pick up stuff. We see where one lot of tablets were. Back where those parts were, we just can't get to it at the moment. We use a special free shield. We have them under there because we can't see them to be able to dodge.
As the adrenaline wore off, a knot formed in Farhad's stomach. Those were royal soldiers, he thought, but they seemed mindless.
So I wonder if at this point, now that's broke up, whether we can go back to
nature have spread to
thing.
humans too? The notion struck Farhad with fear.
Let's see. Let us see. It looks like it'd be gone, doesn't it? Yes, when you get to this stage, you can kind of wander around and get the collectibles, which we couldn't get to before. He's going to have a thing in one of these. It's been days since I touched a stone ring, but it weighs heavily on my mind. I found a ruined book in the temple that called the Ring of Zara sign, the divine sign of Anahita. She's the goddess of earth, water, and protector of women. The temple books also talk of a tree with healing leaves and fruit. I will search for this area tomorrow. Maybe that's a tree that
A smile touched
the
Farhad's
tree that
lips,
helped us.
for he was well
been
acquainted
helping
with those wondrous trees.
Yeah. I guess we'll just have a side of that, which this was. I thought that thing that he's built was like a potion or something, but it's obviously like a lantern, right? A yellow light. When it gets dark, it definitely looks just like a lantern, but I wonder if it's meant to be. I thought it was like a pill potion or something. Or some sort of potion. Alright, so way forward is going to be up those steps, right? So let's go this way first, because we can come up here and break a stone. Can we get up there? As you come across that bridge that was up. Getting ahead of myself.
Farhad's fear settled into a crushing depression. Wherever he went, he encountered only forgotten destruction, like a battlefield long after the fighting has ended. Why is nobody trying to stop this madness? Farhad thought. Perhaps they had.
Right, tree boy. Pick another pomegranate. I don't like pomegranates, so this wouldn't be me. Red eyes. As his thing is like imprisoning women. And birds. Look, must be a lady, a female ladybird, because it entraps females. Cute bird. And maybe it was when the bird became his companion that he rescued it the first time.
Farhad recalled why the little hoopoe had been with him since he awoke. But what of the other prisoners? He wondered.
I saved the hoopoe, but why not the others? Could it be that my Shirin was among them? Maybe. No, it cannot be. I would never have left her. And we're getting deeper in each time, right? Back to hell.
Seed's stern warning sharpened Farhad's senses as he entered the Revelations realm once more.
What are bells? I saw a bell like break the statue last time.
What does this mean? He wondered. The whisper interrupted his thoughts. Please, my hands.
Alright, we made it mad.
Farhad swallowed a lump in his throat. He could feel eyes upon him.
Getting closer to the island in a distance.
Can't take it. He was nearing the imprisoned whisper. His thoughts of Shireen were a raging torrent that swept away his fears.
Bong. Oh, the puff's got all the way there. To the Fortress of Oblivion.
Amidst the pealing bells, Bistun's roars grew louder, closer. But the Fortress of Oblivion beckoned. The path to his love was open. And so he ran.
The tree's gonna stop us.
What did I say?
All seeds growled.
We must leave now!
But the whisper! She needs my help! Farhad pleaded. All seeds scowled.
Anyone in that infernal place is already...
The great tree broke off. Time had run out.
Uh-oh. He's a big boy. We just made that bridge. I mean, we can get an idea what would have happened if the tree didn't come.
Darkness, as thick and foreboding as a moonless night. Am I?
Lost his axe.
No. He was still in the Revelations realm, but a forgotten, shattered part of it.
What kind of axe?
The memory of Bistun's terrifying appearance sent a shiver down Farhad's spine. Little wonder they named a mountain after him. I have to find all seeds and leave here. He clenched his fists and cursed his stubbornness. I should have listened, he muttered. All seeds was right. And now, he feared he would pay the price for his obstinacy. I have failed you, my love, he whispered into the darkness.
Yeah, I'm on Burb. I think the Burb needs like some bigger lights on it, on his butt or something like. Give him a lantern. I mean, he's got a light on it. Give him a lantern and fly around with it. Big one, right?
Lost in his thoughts. At first, Farhad didn't notice the statues lining his path.
I don't see which way the bird went. He might have come this way. He must have come this way. Maybe. There he is.
Each depicted Farhad battling the enemies he had fought in the real world. But in every one, the foes had overcome him.
Obviously fiction, isn't it?
What does this mean? He thought. Who sculpted statues of my demise? What cruelty is this? Farhad demanded of the lifeless statues, but they offered no answer.
Wonder why? It's because they're statues.
Farhad swallowed a lump in his throat. This one was unfamiliar. Farhad swallowed a lump in his throat. This one was unfamiliar.
That's like that's obviously something to come. A big ass boss.
We have to go, Farhad said. All seeds smiled. His voice was thin, a breeze rustling through leaves.
To kill mountain must build new.
He dead?
Farhad gripped Allseed's amethystine heart.
Right.
Tears stung his eyes.
He might be dead.
He sacrificed himself to send me back, he realized. One last time. Bistun's mighty fingers had snuffed out the candle of hope. A great weariness overcame Farhad. He needed to rest, close his eyes. And what better place than beside the statue of the woman he had failed? Wake up! A commanding, unfamiliar voice said, "Wake up and follow me."
bird took the
Who said that?
the heart.
Farhad wondered. And why has the hoopoe taken Allseed's heart?
The hoopoe is the one that actually spoke. I'm surprised we couldn't carve any more of it up in here, right? Only that one. Oh, he's gonna go for the Orient. No. There you go.
It is good to finally speak to you, Farhad, the hoopoe said. I am the goddess Anahita. Anahita explained that she had been under a spell of silence cast by Bistun. She could speak again with the aid of the magic hidden inside Allseeds for so long. The magic contained within his amethystine heart. Of course, Farhad had many questions. I will explain later, Anahita said. She told Farhad to follow her trail once again. Build an anvil, Anahita instructed. Trust me. Now, he could change his weapon at will.
Oh!
Come, time is short, Anahita said.
We got the
will
big
talk
one
on the way.
or the little one. We'll go with the little one for now. I might regret that, but we'll stick with that one. I think the special on that one seemed was actually working better. So we'll go with that. It definitely felt like it was better.
Where are you taking me? Farhad asked. The goddess explained what she knew. Allseed's heart was the key to the Revelations realm, to the fortress of Oblivion. But without the tree itself, the heart's magic had waned. My temple bears a holy sign, Anahita said. It may be able to restore the heart's magical power.
Was that 1, 2? We got 7 to rescue this time. Pain waxes and wanes, but it never leaves me. I showed a physician the wound last night and told her about the rare tree I seek. There's a glimpse of truth in every myth, she said, and handed me a large, old book called the Book of Kings. It spoke of the most epic and mythical tree of all, the world located in the middle of the Caspian Sea. Seems my quest will take me to the north of
Have
Persia.
you seen the World Pillar? Farhad asked Anahita. Once, the goddess replied. An old friend of mine lives in its branches.
Huh. Look, oh, that's nice. I think. Okay, so just before you get into the room, you can use this. I guess maybe the idea for this is if you die, you can switch weapons and try again, right? We're using the smaller weapon that does less damage. But it's quicker, right? This doesn't do any AoE. Music got spooky all of a sudden. Yeah, there's definitely the speed definitely helps. I don't know why we're getting everyone. That's not a good idea, right? I'm trying to get these ones together. I can take all their shields out with one hit, right? That's the plan, anyway. Yeah. Now we still gotta. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. But when it's back out, we can probably might be able to finish him all off if I get a little bit of help off these. Yeah, that was alright. That was a good plan.
What are you a goddess of? Farhad asked. And why are you helping me? Anahita ruffled her feathers. I'm a guardian, the protector of women. I'm helping you to atone for my past mistakes. With that, she fell silent and would not explain further.
She done fucked up. Warcraft? Hatchet chain moves on. What does that mean? I guess we'll find out. Hang on, if I go to switch to the other one and use that on there, we can switch here and see if that does something with that one too. Switch to that one. If I go here again. Oh, we can. If we see another red one, then we'll have to switch to the bigger pickaxe. And before we go in it, see what we do with that one. So this is, you can now collectively chain up your attacks with 5 hatchet moves. I don't know what that actually means. Uh-oh. I mean, I kind of thought that we'd already been chaining moves. But you gotta run out of room. Okay.
Of course, Farhad knew how it felt to forget everything. But to be the one forgotten, that was a new breed of torture.
This one here could have been the same, but... Any more around here? I mean, still got some corruption here, so some of these walls probably will be able to carve something into, but because the corruption's there, the corruption says no.
A thought suddenly occurred to Farhad. He asked Anahita if she too had heard the whisper in the Revelations realm. "You're not insane, if that's what you're asking," she said. "Do you recall the moment you fell in love?" Anahita asked. "It was when she gave me her earrings for building the milk canal," Farhad said. "I had not dared hope her kindness could match her beauty."
We can't switch weapons. We haven't got a weapon switchy thing. Let's see what happens if we do it again. Oh no, it had a hatchet symbol, so it is putting the axe, the pickaxe there, right? So pickaxe chain moves. What if I don't want the pickaxe? Why if I don't want the pickaxe?
"Why were you in the Dark Realm?" Farhad asked Anahita. "I sought the source of the whispers," she replied. "Once, there were many, but they all faded away. All save one. The Div captured me before I could enter the fortress," Anahita said. "I became trapped as a hoopoe, unable to speak."
There's something to carve over there, look. Yes, that was like a shortcut to go carve. Eyeballs.
"Anahita, do you remember my eyes when I rescued you?" Farhad asked. "They glowed," the goddess said. "Something stirred within you. I guided you away from the darkness, away from oblivion."
This would have been the straightforward way to have come this way. Make sure there's no carvage or things to bash. I could come across there, don't we? So the other way got you to a carvage. So we can change it back now, which I think I'm gonna do. Yep. That looks like something we can carve into. massacred.
In my way, and different ones, Farhad thought. If only I had Anahita's wings.
Oh, you'll fly. Yeah, that'll be nice. Just fly right over the top of them. Although that would probably make the whole thing maybe a bit too. That there looked like it was something we might be able to carve into, but no. Maybe once the corruption's gone, any of those rocks just pepper everywhere on the ground and stuff. Guess we've got 3 more to find. 3 more trees to rescue.
Farhad asked Anahita what she meant by atoning for past mistakes.
So again, we're going to go this
The
way again,
goddess
because this is
sighed.
a different side.
I
right?
was tasked with giving the holy sign to the just ruler. I gave it to the wrong person. Chaos spread through Persia. I was cast out.
I can find neither the rare healing tree nor the world pillar. I am met with derision everywhere. Like everyone that believes them to be myths. Most just mock, but some throw rocks at me like I'm some sort of low-life vagabond. They're as bad at the stone-throwing Velgard. Well, let them laugh and jeer. The idol will always be envious of the enterprising. My only fear is that people will react if they see me.
So he
see my
called the
wound.
rock-throwing creatures Velgard, Farhad muttered. Anahita squawked. Yes, irksome cowards.
Oh, and the other way was the... That way supports. This way might be a thingy. Uh-huh, yeah.
Did you tell her how you feel? Anahita said. No, but I... Farhad stuttered and felt his cheeks burn. Anahita's sigh spoke 100 words.
didn't you take any of their shields off? That means you gotta wait around because you can't take the shield off without the pressure. I keep looking around these areas after we open them up, and there hasn't been a single time yet where something's appeared that we could carve. So, but we keep doing it, even though it's probably not going to do diddly squat. And we'll get a surprise one. But one of them will let us do something. Combat music is still here, which is kind of weird. The guy shooting the fucking fireballs in the middle, just running a circle until the thing comes up and then just go. Like that. Well, I got 3 out of 5.
How can a man comfort a goddess? Many would not even try. I'm sorry that you were cast out, Anahita, Farhad said. You have nothing to be sorry about, the goddess replied, but I appreciate the sentiment. I was defenseless. I had nothing until Allseeds gave me a branch and I built a weapon. The pickaxe, Farhad surmised. It is yours. Anahita shook her head. No, it is yours.
What's she gonna do with a pickaxe? She's a bird. Not as if she can pick it up and use it, right? I mean, birds can't carry pickaxes. Hello, Red Turtle. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's very linear. I mean, the story is. I mean, the story itself is very linear, but it's good. It's very well presented and voice acted. I mean, the combat's not that complicated, not that difficult, but you get a lot of games like this that are more narrative heavy. That they don't go as heavy on the difficulty because they want people to be able to experience it. But there's a lot of collectibles to find, which I'm missing a bunch of them, so which gives a bit of replayability. Right, but I think this over here might be something we can carve into, maybe. Each level's got some some statues you can carve, some plaques you can carve like this.
I don't think I have thanked you.
Right, that's 3 of 3 on this level. That's the last one of those.
Said. Shame burning his
There's another
cheeks.
statue I can carve on this level somewhere,
died,
and
I
another
lost all hope.
another
I thought
tablet.
my
to pick
journey
up.
was over. Anahita cocked her head and stared at Farhad. You have been through much, the goddess said. But I fear many trials still lie ahead.
Yes, and change our weapons. When we see one of those, it's been right before like a combat arena. Yeah, it is. Right. Hello, senior ninja. And I just run around, just hold the shift key to keep running and just run and hit the button a few times. Dodge. Hit the button a few times. Dodge. It seems poetic. Yeah, I mean the combat is quite basic, but as I said, I mean the game is like they made the game to kind of like tell a story, right? So, I mean, there's been quite a few games I've played that are heavy on the that are very story focused, that have been really difficult combat. And if you find someone that's like a more casual player, they'll probably never get to see all of the story, right? Because because they're it's a bit beyond them, you know what I mean? So I see a lot of it's quite common to see devs do this, right? Make the combat a bit more, make things a bit more simple, just to make sure that more people can get to the end, right? If you know what I mean? Because there's not any difficulty levels as such. That's what I would imagine. That's the reason I would think that it might be like it. The combat is quite simplistic. I mean, you got skills and abilities, but it's not that difficult if you're used to playing games like this, right? I mean, if you're not used to playing like ARPGs and stuff with this sort of combat, you're probably it might be a bit tougher, right? Yeah, so if I'm looking at a game that I know the devs have built it story first, like the combat and stuff later, I'd try not to judge the combat too harshly. I mean, it works, it's serviceable, it's enjoyable, it's just not difficult, right? I don't mind that, I don't mind not difficult. Not everything has to be Dark Souls, right? Oh! Got stuck on a wall. I get a little fucker, that little fucker. Whoa, what the... Alright, let me just take back what I said about the combat. What the hell is that fucker? But it's kind of funny you say, like, it seems poetic. I think the game is, like, based or inspired by, like, a poem, right? We could just run around and every 20 seconds when the cooldown comes off, hit the button and blap him again, right? Or you can just bash the shit out of him.
What was that giant creature? Farhad said. A guardian Div, Anahita replied. Come, we must be close to my temple now.
I was going back looking at statues. There are no statues. We got a statue, didn't we? Not the statues, the plaques. We got them. I mean, have you kind of like played a bit yourself, Turtle? Where's her temple? Go to Anahita. Ooh. Looks pretty. That looks like something we could have carved out of. Right. Hey. Almost the last one. Finally, I found it. The world pillar is the tallest, most majestic thing I've ever seen. It towers above all the other trees surrounding it, all of which bear the most succulent fruit. It is said that one can find the seeds of all plants in the world here. Now I shall rest and have my fill. What is that sweet smell? Is that not the scent of pomegranates?
Pomegranates.
Ah, it's free.
Perhaps all seeds came from the world pillar, Farhad mused. Farhad gazed upon the sigil with wonder and fear.
Oh, you finished it, okay.
Is that the holy sign? Yes and no, Anahita said. I built this one of many. It is based on the design that Ormazd gave me. Ormazd was not a name Farhad was familiar with. Ahura Mazda, the Lord of Wisdom, Anahita clarified. Suddenly, Anahita spoke with great fervor. Now my temple is safe. We can use this to finish what we started.
Oh. Oh, she's going back. We're going back to the other realm. We're going to try to get to the castle or the Tower of Domination, whatever it was called, and beat the big bad monster up. Although he was huge. There he is. Hey. So what's to do with his eyes? Why's he got bright red eyes? What's this? Is he not possessed by something? Is that what this is? I mean, that's what I wonder. If he got possessed by something, which brought him back alive or something.
Farhad refused to acknowledge what he had seen. He thought he must be mistaken. It appeared that he had already been to the Fortress of Oblivion, but he had emerged alone. How could I have left Shirin to her suffering? He thought. Guilt took hold.
Right, we gotta go bash ourselves into the mountain again. That's the statue right there. Look, the statue.
Wisdom to rival her beauty,
Free!
Anahita said. She knows to seek help from a higher power. A life is a daunting prospect, the goddess continued. If one does not share one's troubles with others.
Okay, so we got all the collectibles on this level. Alright. Since the first level, we have not done that. We've missed one on most of the levels. This level, no.
Farhad furrowed his brow. Should we not have gone to the Revelations realm? He asked. Yes, Anahita replied. But the holy sign revealed something unexpected. Allseed's heart was a memory stone. It holds a memory like a sponge holds water, Anahita explained. Like the ones you have excavated in Mount Bistun. But the engraving on Allseed's heart was incomplete. They needed to find the last temple to fully restore the memory.
We go into the Tower of Oblivion.
What do you know about these memory stones?
She's the one she got.
Farhad asked. Better I show you, Anahita said. With great trepidation, Farhad took his pickaxe to Mount Bistun once again.
Did we come up from that way? I wonder if you come up from that way, or whether or not that's... I think that's where you started. You came from that way at the beginning. Right, let's go. Get chopping. I have been inside the Fortress of Oblivion. But how and why did I emerge alone? We're gonna find out. Well, the answers must be in that infernal place. We are gonna find out soon. I'm pretty sure. Oh.
And then, the goddess spoke a word beyond Farhad's understanding.
What word? Tell us. You don't know what a word was. Oh my god. I do like this place. Was cool. I'm looking at the background now, and the red clouds.
Returning to the Revelations realm brought a lump to Farhad's throat. Dread shuddered down his spine. We shouldn't be here, he said. The Div, Bistun, it will... It cannot hurt us, Anahita interrupted. Trust me.
Oh, okay, we got a protective barrier around this place. That's what the red dome is, right?
Anahita was right. Bistun pounded against the red mist, but could not force its way through. Anahita became animated. I have found the key to the memory stone, she said. She told Farhad that a single word was engraved on it, only visible in the Revelation realm's strange light. Oblivion. What does that mean? Farhad asked. It is the key to Allseed's heart, the goddess said. It is where our friend now rests.
I got this feeling he's gonna get out. Or get in.
Is that you? Farhad asked Anahita. Anahita's voice was quiet and strained. Yes, this is the memory of my imprisonment.
Gotta come down to there. Down that slope, which is a new one unlocked.
The engraving featured 3 people. On the right was Anahita in human form. On the left, Farhad's love, Shirin. But who is the man in the middle? Farhad asked. Anahita sighed. My greatest mistake.
Going in.
Farhad staggered as the earth growled and shuddered beneath his feet. The beast, caged for now, was banging on the bars with blows so mighty they crossed realms.
Oh. Where are we to? Oh.
We have Bistun's attention, Anahita said. You must confront it. I'm not ready, Farhad said. How can I defeat such a creature? Anahita spread a wing. Look around. Look at what you've created. How far you've come. There is greater strength inside you than you care to acknowledge. Fear is inevitable, but you must not let it control you. If you do, then you have already lost. Follow me, Anahita continued. I owe you answers.
Yep, you do. You totally do. I feel sorry for the tree. But he died so that we could live.
He was my great mistake, Anahita said. I chose him, and I chose poorly. How does this help me defeat Bistun? Farhad asked. Anahita sighed. You still have much to learn, human. Patience, for one. Everything has a weakness, the goddess said. Humans, Div, even gods. But before Anahita could say what Bistun's weakness was, she told Farhad they first had to address his.
Oh. Oh, this is open now. That looks like that's the thing that we just beat up, wasn't it? I think. Or was it? Yeah, go away. Right, like, it's done. Cool. Yep. Wait. Open a box. Ooh. Radioactive gun. Okay. Okay. Done. I'm just sending my little dudes on a mission in a little mini mobile game, which to three, two more, 5 dudes. Or one more dude.
Guardian Div, the usurpers of my... Anahita trailed off. Wait, someone is nearby.
Uh-oh. Stop. Stop. Cool. I'm sure this is the way we come in. But maybe it wasn't the way we come. I thought it was the way we come in. This looks like something. This is another plaque you can carve here. It definitely looks like it. So maybe I don't know. Maybe that's next, or maybe that's one that we missed because we didn't when we hadn't picked up all of the things on one of the levels. That could be it. There's a bird, and who's nearby? A tree come back to life. Oh!
Farhad blinked. His jaw dropped. He couldn't believe who stood before him.
She's back?
She was more graceful than a swan, more beautiful than a moonlit lake. Farhad knew he should have felt only relief at seeing Shirin safe. But to his great shame, his happiness was tinged with chagrin. He had dreamed of saving her from imprisonment, yet here she stood. "How did you escape?" Farhad eventually said, his voice trembling. "Escape," Shirin said, with furrowed brow. "Why would I need to escape my castle? I have been there since you built the milk canal."
Oh.
But you whispered to me, Farhad began. "You are not well, Farhad," Shirin said. "I have come to plead with you to stop this madness." "But Shirin, my love, I do all this for you." Shirin cast down her eyes. "I am sorry if I have misled, but you must know, I do not love you." With those words, the bottom dropped out of Farhad's world. But he had no time to brood.
In I go. She doesn't love.
"Hurry," Anahita said. "She is in grave danger. Forget her harsh words. Prove that you are worthy of her affection."
Right, okay, so this is the first time in this zone that we've actually had, like, we can do combat, right? Use our specials and stuff.
And though Farhad was frightened, his mind racing, he knew what had to be done.
Yeah, he's a big boy, isn't he? Right. You can do move sprinting and rolling through a bumper. Right. I find out his weakness, okay, I do center the bells. These things are kind of blocking the stairs, right? We get him to hit these, right? I mean, that's to get him to break these that are blocking the steps. Nope. Where is that? Where is that first? Oh, okay, we're getting these encounters are weakening those, right? So, okay.
her wings with excitement. The bell would not peal, her small eyes brimming with sorrow. Anahita caught Farhad's despairing stare. Save her, the goddess said. Do not make a mistake as grave as mine.
He looks mad. Oh, what? She's keeping him busy.
Anahita fought hard, but could not withstand the Diev's might. Farhad wept, for he had lost another friend to Bistun. Despite Shirin's cruel rebuff, Farhad longed to help her, but he could make no sense of her injuries. He gripped Allseed's amethystine heart as the drowning man clutches the rope. I failed you, he whispered to the stars. Please, show me what to do. And then, a memory floated to the surface. A single word. Oblivion.
Oh.
Don't give up, Farhad pleaded. Stay with me. Farhad cradled her in his arms, as if she were made of porcelain.
How's her crown not falling off?
Something wonderful.
Right?
The slight rise and fall of her chest.
How's her crown not falling off? She must have been glued on her head. Just wait forward. This might not be the place.
I will take you home, princess, Farhad whispered. The rain ran down his craggy face in rivulets, masking his tears. Perhaps you do not love me, he said, sobbing. But I fought a mountain for you, and I put trusting friends in harm's way. And selfish as it may be, I would do it all again.
Mm-hmm.
As Farhad walked, Shirin started murmuring. Farhad leaned close. She whispered but a single word. Khosrow. Suddenly, it all made sense to Farhad. The stone carving. The two were the perfect couple. The king of Persia and the princess of Armenia. How could a lowly sculpture question such a union?
King of Persia.
Suddenly, Farhad ground his teeth as a great fury washed over him. Not at Shirin, or even Khosrow, but at himself. What was I thinking? How could a princess love someone like me? But it doesn't do to wallow in self-loathing, and other questions wormed their way through Farhad's anger. If not Shirin, then who does the whisper belong to? How could he defeat Bistun and enter the fortress of Oblivion? Why even try now? Farhad was ashamed by his selfish musings. What happened to Anahita? He thought. Does she need my help?
I think she got beat up by a guard. Or maybe she's okay. We'll find out.
Lost in his wretched thoughts, Farhad nearly failed to notice something alarming. Shirin's dainty feet were turning gray. I can't feel my legs, Shirin mumbled. Shh, be at peace, Farhad reassured her. You will be all right, as Anahita was. Shirin furrowed her brow. Anahita? Farhad swallowed and drew in a deep breath. She is your guardian. She risked everything to help me. He trailed off with a hoarse croak. I should check the rift is still sealed, Farhad thought, recalling the memory stone.
We? No. Let's cut that. I got a big axe, I want a little axe, but we can't change it.
What does the statue hold? Greetings, Farhad. My sources tell me you are a man of your word. Perhaps I should be impressed, but reports of your engravings give me cause to question your sanity. I had thought that when Princess Shirin herself revealed that she does not return your love, you would cease your efforts. If you must persist, so be it. I will not stand in your way. Just remember that I require complete, unhindered passage through Mount Bistun. Only then will I grant you your wish. Know that I have sent my best horsemen to bring the princess home. In the meantime, you are responsible for her safety.
Huh?
Your king, Khosrow. Something about Khosrow's tone set Farhad on edge. When the riders came, he decided to be absent.
She's putting calm. No, not yet.
My lady, Farhad began, forgive me. I could sit here by your side for 100 years, and the gentle rise and fall of your chest alone would sustain me. Farhad swallowed a sob. But I cannot stay. Anahita, the one I mentioned. I must find her, but do not be afraid. The king's men approach like thunder. You will be safe with them. Safer than you ever will be with me. And with that, he gently kissed his love on the forehead and resigned himself to never seeing her again.
Okay. Find the last temple. And that's what it said.
Princess Shirin traveled here alone. Farhad tried to reassure himself. Harm will not befall her. The choice was a difficult one, but Farhad could not abandon his friend. After all, both he and Shirin owed Anahita their lives. And while a broken heart may ache for years, death happens but once. Perhaps Anahita's last temple would suggest her whereabouts.
We're going to go to the top there to get some books. 6 more trees in this one. So
Khosrow's letter was condescending, haughty, oppressive. Shirin would no doubt be safe with the king, but at what cost?
I thought I'd found a cure, but I was wrong. Last night I was eating pomegranates from the wood pillar. I could not get enough. Some were sour, some were sweet, but the more I ate, the more hungry I became. And then suddenly my pain disappeared, but it was a forced dawn. My old wound started to glow brighter and brighter. Light poured from my chest, and the pain grew and grew. It only cut the amethystine stone out. I fainted from the agony, but the lights still danced in my eyes. When I came to, luminous streaks marked the trunk of the pomegranate tree, and then, no word of a lie, the tree
Rahad's
moved.
fingers brushed Allseed's heart. So that is how you came to be, old friend,
Ooh.
he muttered.
Look at what could be a statue. No. Combat room's a combat room. Alright, took out the little dudes. Card of water shields up these dudes. Okay, if I get a little bit of health off each, then I gotta get all of them pretty low. Alright, almost killed these 2 dudes. There's 2 ways to go, this way and the other way. I don't know which way is the way. Damn it. There's a bird. Oh, the bird's not here anymore, is it? And like, when one way, the bird would tell you which way is the way forward and which way is the... just a collectible item. This is the way. The statue.
A memory stirred as Farhad stared at the smooth grey stone of Shirin's statue. Her foot, her skin was turning to stone.
So it was one of two statues.
Of course, Khosrow's letter had alluded to something else. An agreement between Farhad and the king. Why does he want passage through Mount Bistun? Farhad wondered. And what wish does he speak of? Could it be Shirin? The thought angered Farhad. The princess was not a prize to be awarded.
Oh, up there. I think up there. There's like a tablet there. I don't know, maybe. That way. That way's into an encounter room, so we'll look this way first. Hello. What's that?
Farhad feared the worst.
One of two.
The Div was mighty and terrifying. And if Anahita had overcome it, why hadn't she returned?
Okay, so once this is all cleared, there's some pots there for a tablet.
I could return for this, Farhad thought.
Yeah, I see. You knew it was there.
Khosrow was not the solution to Farhad's problems. Bistun caused the blight, and no Div would bow to a king, no matter how powerful.
This is just a second statue. There's only two we need to get.
We're back in her castle now. Farhad tried to convince himself. All this will be behind her.
One more. Alright, so I'll go back and get that tablet. I'll go back up. But you had to clear this before we could get it. There must be another way to get back to it.
And fear battled within Farhad, but resolve overcame both. This time, He knew what had to be done.
Unless there's some way to like replay a level like after you finish it to get them. Back we go.
Visit a strange place often enough, and it soon loses its mystique. But this was the memory stored within all Seed's heart. A story Farhad needed to know. What is this for? Farhad wondered.
I don't know. Looks like a big companion cube from
As the talisman stone shattered, molten iron flowed, hot and angry. Farhad scoured his memories for all Seed's last words. To kill a mountain, build something
That's one
new.
bell. One bell. We've got
The
to
mountain
hit
was
bells
clear,
again.
but build what?
Use the force to get a new weapon. Ooh. A weapon to defeat a god.
Why would all Seeds have a memory of a smithy? Farhad thought. After all, fire and trees do not usually well mix.
Is it going to be like one of those weapons you get right at the end of a game that makes you like a god and you wish you had it the whole game? You put the hand in there, the hand of the tree. I stand humble in the realm of the forgotten memories. Please show me the path, guide my weary feet. To conquer Mount Bistun. What we got? Oh. That looks special. Alright, I got a big hammer. Got no special for it though, but we can use the hammer on the bell though. Yeah.
The sledgehammer was huge and heavy, but Farhad carried it with ease.
I mean, a little hatchet wasn't going to ring the bell, but that.
As he rounded the corner in the floating path, a gasp escaped Farhad's lips. Shattered remnants of his friend hung suspended in the air, unmoving, cold, lifeless. Do not ask for whom the bell tolls, Dave, Farhad shouted into the darkness. It tolls for thee!
Alright, so we can't go and get the bell on the right. So maybe we do what we did before, is dodge him until we can get to the bell. Right. When he has come, we can kind of get to this bell over here and ring that or something. We can't hit him, we gotta... Oh, we do have... Okay, we do have our secondary attack.
Farhan realized. Key.
Wow, there's the damage on this fucking thing. It's so slow, I can't even catch this fucking thing.
The bell's mighty peal rent the air, sending Bistun crashing to the floor.
This is for my friends!
Farhan cried.
Oh, we got a third of his health. We got one more builder, right? Alright, so we're doing different stuff. As long as you push, as long as you dodge, you're not gonna take damage from him because you're invincible, right? So he's gotta, even if you don't perfectly dodge him, you don't take damage because you're invincible during the thing. Right, more ads soon. Whoa, we got a big one this time. Wow, that fucked that up, didn't it? This weapon is so much slower than the other one. Wait for the special. Yeah, it takes your attack takes like a second, and you can't dodge until the animation finishes. But you can get hit while you're in the animation. That kind of okay. Now we know that. Now we know.
Do not ask for
You can get
whom
hit
the
in the
bell
animation.
tolls, Steve. Farhan shouted into the darkness.
You can't change weapons because you need this weapon for the bells, right? I wish the mouse cursor wasn't on the screen all the time, though, right? 'Cause it's, you don't use the mouse at all in the game, so why have we got a cursor? You know what I mean? It's a little bit off-putting. It's not like a default Windows cursor. It's a custom cursor. You just don't use it. You can use it on the menu to click options, but you never use it in the game. I got tagged. Get all in a line, right? I'm just checking something quickly. Do we have to? We need the special back up, so we're slowly taking our time doing this, right? Because When we hit this, he falls, and we get to
The bell's mighty peal rent the air, sending
Get
the
that quicker.
stone crashing
This
to
time.
the floor.
You got right to the first transition, right? So it's 3 phases.
For my friends.
Farhad cried.
I thought maybe you get more hits in, but no, you get to the end of that phase. So health regens between phases, which is good. So the things he's doing at random, like, he did that 3 times this time. He only did it once last time. I remember I gotta hit the big guy with the special move each time, right? I want the little guy to get away from the big guy so I can run in, smash him, and then... Wait for the special. I'm hitting him 3 times before I get out. I just gotta hit him twice, right? Rather than 3 times. Phase 2.
My love.
Oh, we put that bell back, okay. So that bell got fixed. What's it gonna do different? If anything. It's pretty good encounter though. Just as he does. Just as he swings. Uh-oh. Alright. We're probably gonna get 2 big dudes this time. Or 3 the big dudes. I had to say it, didn't I? I had to fucking say it. Wait for cooldown, then we'll use it to mash both of them. I mean, you could just sit there, wait for the cooldown each time, and then just hit them. Just hit once and run away, right? I mean, it sucks that they're on top of each other, right? That's the sucky thing. Because they're not swinging. If they were swinging at the same time, it would be a lot simpler, right? We just wait for the cooldown and we'll just smash them with that. Oh shit, that fucking hurt. just wait 30 seconds. 2 more of those, I think. I mean, it doesn't seem to be a time limit, which is good. It would be nice, wouldn't it? But... one more. We could go in and try to hit him, but then we are very close. We're 1 hit from death. And they got a big ground pounder. It does a lot of AoE. If they threw their axes, it'd be really dangerous. Health back. Boom. What is he? I can't hit him though. You gotta go hit the bell again, maybe? Alright. Hit about twice.
For me!
You're gonna get back up.
And with the last mighty blow, the Dive's crimson eye winked out.
Oh. Edit.
The storm within Farhad's heart rivaled the one that rent the dark skies. Bistun was defeated, but at such cost. He felt more alone than he had ever felt before.
Let's exit, go out. Go hit a button. Back to the mountain.
For the first time since he awoke on Mount Bistun, his path was clear, but he had no one to share the news with. Princess Shirin would be resting in Khosrow's quarters.
Farhad, what have you done? What vile sickness did you expose my love to? You have no reason to dig through the mountain any longer. Princess Shirin is dead. Your king, Khosrow.
Oh dear. It cannot be! Everyone that I cared for is gone. I brought death to them all. But there is yet one candle that still burns.
consumed Farhad. He felt that this world could no longer offer him anything. But death had not ended Farhad's journey before, and it was not about to now.
Yeah, everyone's dead, so he killed himself, and we're back here.
Instead, Farhad drew ever closer to answers. The final steps on the path laid out before him. The path that ended in the realm of forgotten memories. The fortress of oblivion awaited him. And Farhad thought of all those who had played their part in getting him here. All seeds, with his wisdom and kind heart. Majestic Anahita, so dedicated to atoning for her greatest mistake. The beautiful princess, always out of reach. And the king, who had treated him with such disdain. But none of them mattered anymore. The whisper called to him. I called to him.
Who are you?
Fear and foreboding chilled Farhad as he walked amongst the horrors. Exiled and forgotten people, ensnared by the blight, trapped in endless suffering, their silent screams frozen in their gullets.
Wait, we can get him out? Oh, let's rescue someone. Hey, rescuing we might get achievement. Or we might just be condemning them. Hard to say, right? There's all the ones on that bit. There's one there, right there. See the legs. Maybe once you get rid of them all, they I don't know. Get this one, can I? Here we can. I was wondering if maybe you, once you did them all, something would open up or something. Oh, man, let's see, how do we... He's just hanging. Go that way, we can go that way. One way is, of course, I did it. It's got up, right? It's a bird. I can't get a bird out.
Months, years, decades. For how long I had called him to me, I cannot say. My voice gave out. But still, I cried out across the realms. Unimaginable agonies racked my body. Yet I never sought refuge in insanity. The wound that never heals reminded me of my mortality and my purpose.
I'm kind of curious, who is this person that we're going up to, right? Who is the narrator? Who is it?
I looked into Farhad's eyes and saw his pain and confusion. But even then, I saw a flicker of something else. Was it relief? Words eluded him, however. So I explained everything. I told him my name is Nizami. I was a blacksmith by day and a storyteller by night. I was banished by King Khosrow, exiled unjustly. On Mount Bistun, I was mortally wounded, but saved by the most wondrous fruit and guided by a talking tree.
Hey,
Then
same to us.
I discovered an otherworldly domain, a realm of forgotten souls. But the Div found me. I was imprisoned in the fortress of oblivion, doomed to be forgotten. Teetering on the edge of oblivion, agony poured from my wound and took form. You, Farhad, are created out of my pain, out of my wound, I told him. You are the manifestation of hope, the embodiment of purpose. I had lost count of the number of times Farhad had reached my prison, but each time he had refused my plea, refused to set me free. I knew the choice was grim, but I had to prevail. My story is not yet complete, and so I gave him a choice. Liberate me, or abandon me once more. The path to the left was where he should engrave the wise decision to set me free. Or he could add to the cruel records of abandonment to the right.
Huh. Okay.
You lie, Farhad said, his hands trembling. But I knew he did not believe his own words. It is just human nature to question that which explains all. Farhad seized his head and yelled, "Tell me the truth!" "Calm yourself, Farhad," I said in a soothing tone. "Do not let anger confuse your thoughts. We are one," I repeated. "I feel every pain that you do. But the difference," I told him, "is that my pain never dwindles. The moments of serenity as dusk falls, the sense of triumph when a fearsome foe has been vanquished. You experience these things and more," I said. "I have only pain. And when you faltered, and my agony was too much to bear, you were reborn from my wound. With my words." Farhad recalled his visions of leaving the fortress alone. "Look at me, Farhad," I implored. "You do not realize how special you are. You are a part of me, but more than I could ever be." I knew his uncertainty, but I explained that, unlike me, he has a choice: to free me or make the mistake of abandoning me again, to embrace the rare gift that I have offered, meaningful purpose, or shun it.
So I wonder. I mean, I'm gonna free him. Everyone else we've failed everybody else, right? So we will free this guy if we can. That's the plan. We're gonna try to free him. But what I'm curious about is I don't know. Is it good that if we went that way? I mean, going that way might be the route to hey, you might start again, but you're missing collectibles, right? I kind of want to. So you got to hammer the rock to open the doors. Let's have a look. What's the other way before we hit that? We're gonna go that. We're gonna set him free, right? He said left, set him free, right to abandon him. So we're gonna have a look. What's up here? Pictures, right? Oh, they're all the same. Right. Let's do it. We're gonna set him free. I mean, he might be the big bad guy in disguise, but at least we saved someone. And you're a part of him. It's the same picture.
This time, I resorted to honesty to convince Farhad to release me. If he rescued this poor old man, his creator, from a life of torture, I promised to continue my journey. I would seek out the source of the blight afflicting nature, the reason behind the chaos that sweeps through Persia, and destroy it. But sadly, there was a catch. To leave my unnatural shackles empty would draw unwanted attention.
Oh, so he's got to stay there.
Would have to take my place. At this, the sculptor growled and turned his head. "Wait," I implored. "You do not understand." I told him how this sacrifice would give his life meaning. After all, it was his purpose. It was what he was created for. The only way he could escape the cycle. And I promised that when my quest was complete, I would come back to return the favor.
Nah, we'll do it. We'll stick with it.
You have made the right decision, I told him.
I'm gonna rip his heart out.
Before I left, Farhad asked me if his sacrifice would be worth it. There is no greater blessing than having purpose, I told him. No worse pain than having it denied. I promised I would not rest until I had stopped the sickness afflicting nature. I would rescue other poor, imprisoned souls and face the threats before me with the courage that Farhad had shown. Damavand, I called. Let your fires light my way.
What? New rubber weeds.
بیاورد ضحاک را چون نبند به کوه دماوند کردش ببند به کوه اندرون قشنگ جایش گزید. نگه کرد قاری بنش ناپدید. بیاورد مسمارهای گران به جایی که مغزش نبودن در آن. فرو بست دستش بر آن کوه باز، بدان تا بماند به سختی دراز. ببستش بر آن گونه آویخته، از او خون دل بر زمین ریخته. از او نام ضحاک چون خاک شد، جهان از بل او همه پاک شد.
So was that good? Was that a good outcome, or was that a bad outcome? I don't know. I don't know if we got a good outcome or not. I kind of forgave you when you have a route and you didn't let him free. You'd start again, right? Or, you know, because you said he was in a loop. You're stuck in this loop, and you'll keep repeating. Every time you fail, he makes a new one of you, and you go out and do the whole thing again. So you gotta break the loop, right? But it doesn't feel like a win. Didn't feel like a win, but then again, a lot of games don't actually feel like wins, right? I mean, the game does, which took us about 3.5 hours to finish it, but there was a lot of collectibles you can get. So obviously there is. We got some of them. I mean, I wonder if it's one of those sort of games where if you do get, I mean, when you was getting all the collectibles in each level, when you went back to the mountain area, you're these different like tablets and stuff you was unlocking when you picked everything up. What I wonder is if you got them all, would it have given you like access to do something else or a slightly different outcome? You know what I mean? It's definitely games like this I've played before, like that, where if you get everything, you might get like the real ending, and if you miss some of the collectibles, you don't get the real ending, you just get an ending. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if that's what happened or not. No. It's like another credit rolling. So chapter select, yes, you could start with any. If you wanted to get any shop collectibles, you could go each one. I do wonder though if you know what? I'm gonna try. I'm kind of curious what happens if you took the other route, right? Did I actually do it? Where is it? I'm curious. I'm curious what happens. I don't know if it's going to let us or not, but if it does, we will.
I made a grave mistake. The kind that cannot be fixed.
Right. Sure, puts this. Right,
Instead, Farhad drew ever closer to answers. The final steps on the path
it is on Steam,
laid
yes.
out before him. the path that ended.
So I backed up my save before we made our choice. We just got to walk to the end. I'm going to go to the right and see what the difference is.
And Farhad thought of all those who played their part in getting him here.
Yeah, it's on Steam. It came out today. It's very kind of like very, very heavy, like narrative focus. It came out yesterday. Sorry, not today. Very heavy narrative focus. I mean, I play lots of games like this. I haven't played one for a while. Though. I mean,
all seeds, with his wisdom and kind heart.
It's been a while since I played like a really heavy story game like this.
To atoning for her greatest mistake.
There's a lot of them due before the end of the year.
The beautiful princess.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I just want to see what it is, what the different outcome is. So,
who had treated him with such disdain, but none of them mattered anymore.
But I mean, if there's a choice, if I can get the choice to see both, you got to see both, right?
Him. I called to him.
You've got to see both. I mean, we set him free, and the other option was to just leave him there and go out. And I'm kind of thinking, if you leave him there and go out, the whole cycle might repeat, and you might end up at the beginning of the game again, right? We will see.
Fear and foreboding chilled Farhad as he walked amongst the horrors. Exiled and forgotten people, ensnared by the blight, trapped in endless suffering, their silent screams frozen in their gullets.
As a burp. It's done very well. I mean, the storytelling is definitely very good. It's a very cool story. I think it's based or inspired by like a 12th century poem. I think it said 12th century like Persian poem.
Months, years, decades. For how long I had called him to me, I cannot say. My voice gave out, but still, I cried out across the realms. Unimaginable agonies racked my body. Yet I never sought refuge in insanity. The wound that never heals reminded me of my mortality and my purpose. I looked into Farhad's eyes and saw his pain and confusion. But even then, I saw a flicker of something else.
Yeah, it's made in Unity. I think it's the developer's first.
Relief.
I think it's the first game we've got on Steam.
However,
Dutch.
so I explained everything.
It's like a dev team from
I told him
Holland.
My name is Nizami. I was a blacksmith by day.
Or the Netherlands, I should
and
say.
a storyteller by night. I was banished by King Khosrow. Exiled unjustly.
I always want to call it Holland, but it's
Bistun,
the Netherlands.
I was mortally wounded, but saved by the most wondrous fruit and guided by a talking tree. Then, I discovered an otherworldly domain. A
Can't skip.
realm of forgotten souls.
Open a window.
But the Div found me. I was imprisoned in the fortress of oblivion, doomed to be forgotten, teetering on the edge of oblivion. Agony poured from my wound and took form. You, Farhad, are created out of my pain, out of my wound. I told him, you are the manifestation of hope, the embodiment of purpose. I had lost count of the number of times Farhad had reached my prison, but each time he had refused my plea, refused to set me free. I knew the choice was grim, but I had to prevail. My story is not yet complete, and so I gave him a choice. liberate me, or abandon me once more. The path to the left was where he should engrave the wise decision to set me free. Or he could add to the cruel records of abandonment to the right.
Alright, we're gonna screw this guy. Oh, I've got a cheese breadstick. A cheesy breadstick. Oh my god. No, it's the same, so I guess we're doing another one at the end. All these are like the same looking, with him staying imprisoned.
Farhad's uncertainty was written on his face. So I warned him against abandoning me again. You only prolong the bitter cycle, I told him. You will lose your memories once more. Your destiny is not one of futility and confusion. And I told him that I would keep calling him, and he would come. Is that what you want? I asked. To go through all the heartache you have endured yet again? But I could not force him to see reason. If he would leave me again, I promised to send him away from this place. I would show him how to use the memory stone within his head to leave the fortress of oblivion. But what would he be escaping for? Endless wandering? Repetition without purpose?
Let's go.
I groaned, but I knew this was not the end. I will see you again soon.
What I'm curious about is he going to start again, or what? Yeah.
Once again, Farhad refused his destiny and condemned me to further torment.
We're back out now.
How many times he has failed me, I cannot say. Perhaps neither of us will ever be free. Perhaps the blight will spread unchecked. But my purpose still burns as fiercely as the agony in my chest. And Farhad's story has not yet ended. It cannot end yet.
Alright, so what is it?
A wave of nausea washed over Farhad. He stumbled. Darkness closed in. He staggered on. Before oblivion drew in again. He lost consciousness again and again. Panic streaked through his muddled mind. And then he remembered my warning, the bitter cycle. With every step, his memory slipped away. I must engrave Nizami, he thought. I must not forget. Farhad sought to immortalize my story in stone, lest he forget again. And against all odds, he did it. He looked back at all the engravings he had made and found hope in them. Hope that he could walk a different path. Slowly, like the morning sun clambering over the horizon, consciousness came. He opened his eyes. How pleasant, he thought, to wake to nature's song.
Okay,
As he navigated the narrow paths, he breathed in the fresh mountain air. It focused his mind. Questions bobbed to the surface, like apples in water. The same questions that he had struggled to answer at the start of the last cycle. But of course, Farhad knew nothing of that. He did not even know his own name. If you recall, I promised there was more to his tale. He sought a way off the mountain, and some buried memory drew him to the tunnel he had excavated.
Yeah, so basically, you started right at the beginning of the game again, but this time you started with a weapon. So this path here, you couldn't open this when you played it the first time because you didn't have a weapon until a bit later. So you're doing that again, you're reliving it, but it is different, right? So I mean, that's kind of giving us a bit of a... I think that gave us like a big shortcut. Gotta get back to the area where we just was. I mean, that's where this is going, maybe. Interesting. Yes, it's taking you back to the mountain again where we saw that picture. That's the picture we just carved, right? Can you go and look at it again? No? Let's go and, you said something about going to the place in the mountain, right? So, a holy carved. So you're starting again, but you're not quite starting again. You're starting at the beginning of the story without your memory, but what you've done before is still here, and you get back to it. But this is probably the real ending, the better ending, for sure. Maybe he can break himself out of it. I'm glad we tried it again.
And the story began anew.
What's gonna happen when we go here? Yeah.
بگفتا دل ز مهرش کی کنی پاک بگفتا انگه که باشم خفته در خاک بگفتا جان مده بس دل که با اوست بگفتا دشمنند این هر دو بی دوست بگفتا گر خرامی در سرایش بگفت اندازم این سر زیر پایش بگفتو آن من شد زو مکن یاد بگفت این کی کند بیچاره فرهاد چو عاجز گشت خسرو در جوابش نیامد بیش پرسیدن ثوابش به یاران گفت کز خاکی و آبی ندیدم کس بدین حاضر جوابی به زر دیدم که با او بر نیایم چو زرش نیز بر سنگ آزمایم که ما را هست کوهی بر گذرگاه که مشکل میتوان کردن بدو راه میان کوه راهی کند باید چنان کامد شد ما را بشاید به کوهی کرد خسرو رهنمونش که خواند هر کس اکنون بی ستونش
Very different. I wasn't sure if that was going to take you to like a, whether that was going to restart the game properly for you, but no, it didn't. It restarted a bit of it and took you back to the end of a different end. So pretty much, I mean, what I gather from that ending is that the dude that's imprisoned, that is Bistun. And I guess you set him free by doing the other option, you're kind of everything go up. That's cool.